Randy Random has just outdone himself this game. As long as this guy can, let's recruit him and tell him to not run through the bug nest. That was actually really close. We would have lost him. But let's check his bio. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. I'm It's Switz, and this is our Let's Play of the Rich Explorer scenario. We last left off, we had planned out our entire base, and so what we're planning on doing this episode is actually building out a good majority of it, getting everything set up, and then going forward, after that we will be working on beauty and on some... and hopefully getting a few more colonists on board just so we can actually work with this much space. And so for this episode, I think we're going to try and get on top of some batteries as well as getting our food cooking and in a freezer. Right now our guys are surviving off of mainly raw rice, and so soon enough that will lead to some breakdowns. And so first thing is first, we are going to build just a fueled stove for the time being. Again, this isn't the greatest placement. This room is going to be pretty dirty. We will get it moved over into our kitchen as soon as we can get it mined out. And so right away, we need some steel. And so first, right away, he's going to mine out a little bit of steel here and just get on top of that. And Slick actually is not the greatest for early game right now. He will be really good once we start to need a colonist that's constantly cooking, and but he is good for cleaning and hauling right now. And so we will get him just focusing on cleaning up all of the loose material that are floating around on our map, and get everything in order and in place, as well as laying out some more wood for everything that is going to get built. And so we'll lay out these walls for now, just to get them ready to go. Obviously, they're not going to get built right away, but at least we'll have the material there ready to start building. We are in a heat wave as well that came through right at the very end, which is why we really need to get on top of some batteries. So we're going to research batteries right away. Here they are. Yeah, heat stroke is already occurring. So we're going to draft him and tell him to just hide out in the room for now while he can cool off a little bit. Heat stroke initial, it will fade away. Cool. You can be undrafted now and get back to the field work. How are you doing? Bowers is doing okay, so we'll keep him where he's at. And now this is going to take a little bit here, but they both have heat stroke, so we're going to hide them away. Wait till our heat stroke fades off. And for some reason it isn't. Oh, because our cooler isn't working right now. We really need to get those batteries going. Maybe get Bowers on research right away. Unfortunately, there isn't much cool area here, so heat stroke will start to get the better of them. Hopefully the wind picks up a little bit throughout the night here. It's starting to right now. And so we will draft him and draft him. There's going to be a lot of this. We don't want a repetition of our last playthrough where they ended up being wiped out by the heat stroke. Slick needs to be back in the room just to balance. It is going to be a constant game of trying to balance what we need until we can get this battery up and charged. The number one priority we have right now obviously is getting the battery up, and then right away getting the steel mined as well. This is on Strive to Survive difficulty for those who might just be tuning into this episode, so it is a little bit more difficult to try and balance everything. How's Bowers' health doing? He also is starting to get some heat stroke. So let's just draft draft him. Oh, he's going to bed. Good. They will cool off during the night, hopefully. It's a little cool, and we've lost our... Okay, yeah, they should cool off through the night and get a fresh start for tomorrow. If worse comes to worse, we can just kind of wait out the heat wave by taking this pattern. Again, it's not the most enjoyable method to handle this, but we are a little strapped for resources right now. There's going to be a lot of work that needs done, and he did get it finished, and so he can start cooking now. We will add that to the bill. Just some simple meals, and we will just keep 6 on hand because it's so hot out. Our food's just gonna go to waste right away. Just food poisoning for Bowers, which is good. The heat wave is still here, so we're just gonna keep trying to power through. I think this room may actually start to get hotter because there is a working stove in there. I'm not sure how that affects. It does seem like it affects. Maybe not. Right down here is where I'm gauging the temperature. The indoors is a little bit cooler, not by much. Slick. Yeah, Slick's consciousness is starting to go down, so we will get him drafted again back into his bedroom while we have the AC working. Now we are starting to see the same thing happening in Bowers, so let's get him eating and then into his bedroom. Slick is probably good to go back to work. Still at 11%, which is not great. We do have some cooked food, so that is good. We will need some more steel when it comes time to build a battery. Slick is not doing great. I think maybe we just send him to clean for now. And now Bowers needs rescue. This could be potentially really bad. Hopefully he takes him to his own bed, which it looks like he's going to. And we can get the AC going through the night. Yeah, doing okay right now on power. We just need to fight off this heat wave. They will lose the heat stroke overnight again. It'll be a fresh start in the morning. But yeah, the food poisoning was definitely not great this early on. I'm hoping that they are also getting a mood buff from... okay, good. We are back out of the heat wave, which is really good. I was worried that was going to last like multiple days. Seeing as that's the case, we'll get all of this steel mined out, and we really need to get batteries going so that we don't have this issue again. The indoors, yeah, it's going to stay at a somewhat comfortable temperature now. We just need to get those batteries going. Bowers' health. So this is really good. Tending in 6 hours. So once Slick wakes up, his first thing that he will do is take care of that flu symptoms, and hopefully he can keep on top of it, and Bowers will recover pretty fast, and then we can move on to other tasks. Really need to get the mining happening. It's really unfortunate that Bowers everything's kind of falling on him while Slick is just kind of trying to find things to do. We can maybe re-examine their work here. Maybe we'll lower construction for now and just get him on mining and cooking. I think that might be the best route to go. Again, we're okay for food for a while. We have 27 and 18 meals, so that'll be more than enough for just these 2 colonists. We do have a working stove now, and we have some meals, so they will, their needs will be met a little bit better. As you can see, there's a lot of negatives that are affecting these guys. Bowers, most of this will go away. Oh, I need to reset their we'll go back up to just a nice 21. He's sleeping in 11 degrees in here, so I can understand why he was so miserable. We have a raid coming. It's just one guy. We will have to draft Bowers, make sure this can happen. Bowers is really slow moving. We will get Slick to run back, and hopefully he doesn't end up shooting. Hopefully Bowers doesn't end up shooting Black. I think he can probably... Okay, we can probably call Bowers off, and Slick can handle the rest, yeah. So, he is dead, which is unfortunate, but we'll have to do. How's your health? He does have a cut, he will be fine though. I don't think an infection would even develop from that. Bowers' flu is sitting at 64 immunity and only 35%. So we're on top of that. The only thing that would be nice is, well, it would be nice obviously if we could get him back to work as soon as possible, but for now Slick is just going to have to keep slugging it out in the mines. Not the greatest, but he needs some sleep, so we'll just leave him. Also, seeing Slick is an undergrounder, which it would be nice if we could get his... Okay, we should probably limit how much this Glitter World medicine is getting used. We're down to 22. This needs to... this needs to push us through for a while, so we will do that now. I think the flu is pretty much over, and so we're just going to keep it with Heal Root for now. Shouldn't need too much more tending, and quite frankly we just don't want to use up all of our good medicine on the flu. What is he doing? Going for a walk. We'll let him have his little bit of enjoyment. The little enjoyment he can find in a walk will suit his needs. Seems like Bowers is pretty much healthy again. So he's developed immunity, which means he's fine. He won't need any more medication, and he can get back to work researching those batteries. Once those batteries are researched, we will get him on mining, because this is just such a slow process right now, and we don't really want the bedroom to be the focus. We really want to get this freezer set up. It's also kind of unfortunate they do mine slower in the dark. We haven't been able to get a torch up, but we will get one built in there right away. And let's just get Bowers to build that before he goes to bed for the night. I think our best route, I'm looking at it, seeing we are down to about 30 meals, plus what we have cooked. So 36 meals. They are going through, I think, 4 to 6 a day. And so we may, as soon as these batteries get researched, keep Bowers on just mining and get Slick back to working the fields, just to stay on top of things. We don't really want to have to deal with a lack of food. Not this late in the game. If you're enjoying this kind of content, if you're enjoying me just learning how to play Rimworld again and learning how to commentate again, if you're enjoying this journey, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments how your week was, that you're following along, and I really appreciate the feedback I have received so far. Really encouraging. I'm just getting back into YouTube again, so this is all kind of new again. It's been about 8 years, and so really appreciate the feedback I have been getting, and would love to hear from you. How's your week going? What have you been up to? I'm learning a little bit about the YouTube algorithm, and it seems like back when I first started YouTube, the algorithm was it would just pump out, I think it was the highest amount of views would just be pushed to the front, and now I've learned it is actually it's actually engagement, and so comments and likes are what YouTube likes to work with, and so it's kind of interesting learning this, but it's different than what I'm used to, but it's kind of nice. It gives smaller guys a chance to be found, so that part I do really like. I like the direction that they've taken that. We actually have our battery built as well now. We will need some more steel by the looks of things. We have 22, yeah, so we'll get Bowers to quickly hop up here, mine out some steel, and we'll get this battery built. But, oh, what a twist. This has actually been, I'm going to pause it for a second while I check this guy out. This playthrough has been, Randy Random has just outdone himself this game. As long as this guy can, let's recruit him and tell him to not run through the bug nest. That was actually really close. We would have lost him. But let's check his bio. Randy Random is treating us so well. We have another constructor, which is really nice. He's a kind guy. He won't lose skills. Yeah, he will lose unused skills half the rate as normal, but he will also learn much slower. So he's going to be our sheriff by the looks of it. Our sheriff and our builder, which is totally okay with me. We will need to... Yes, come this way. We will need to get this bed unmarked and allow him to sleep in it. So this will be Rave's room. He's probably got the worst room out of the bunch, but you know, it's a work in progress. I'm just gonna force Bowers to get this done because it's taking way too long just to get this steel. We've been trying to get this steel from the beginning of the episode, and it's going way too slow here. So really nice that we have another colonist on board. It's gonna make our life so much easier. Let's reprioritize. So construction will now be his #1 priority. Hunting we won't worry about for right now. Cooking, we have a cook. Handling, I don't really want anyone doing, but we'll just leave it how it is on the other two. Set all of those to 1. And yeah, this guy can just... This is actually going to work out really well, I think. He can take over construction and mining from Bowers, and we will let Bowers focus on the growing and the researching for now. It's not the most ideal priorities for someone like Bowers. His bio is lean towards construction and mining, but he's a pretty well-rounded and can kind of float around based on what the other colonists have, and so we're going to get him working like that. Yeah, this is actually a really great ending to the episode. We'll get Rave to just build the rest of these wires out, and that's where we're going to call this episode. So if you're enjoying this Let's Play, guys, let me know. Leave a like button, leave a comment, and if you want to follow along for more Rimworld content, hit that subscribe button and follow along on my new journey into this crazy YouTube thing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.